you look fine in clothes. But the moment the shirt comes off, the reality is different. Soft belly and flat chest. No definition anywhere. This is called skinny fat. And it is one of the hardest physique problems to fix, not because the solution is complicated, but because every instinct you have about how to fix it is pointing you in the wrong direction. Should you bulk? Should you cut? Both feel wrong. Both give you bad results. Today, the exact plan to fix it. Why you're stuck? The 3 mistakes. Before the plan, you need to understand what has been holding you back. Because most skinny fat people are not failing from lack of effort. They are failing because they are doing the wrong things with genuine effort, which is worse, because it burns time and motivation simultaneously. Mistake 1. Eating the wrong way. Most skinny fat people eventually reach the point of deciding to do something, and the first instinct is usually to eat more. Extra meals. Extra calories. The logic seems sound, more food means more muscle. But here is what actually happens. You eat in a surplus without the training structure to direct those calories toward muscle. The belly stays. Sometimes it gets worse. Then you panic and swing to the opposite extreme, cutting calories hard, trying to get lean. And that fails too. Because if you don't have enough muscle underneath, there is nothing to reveal when the fat comes off. You don't look defined. You just look smaller and weaker. Both extremes are wrong for skinny fat people. Hard bulking is wrong. Hard cutting is wrong. The real solution is somewhere in the middle, and that is exactly what the plan addresses. Mistake 2. Too much cardio. The second common pattern, deciding that cardio is the answer. Long runs, daily sprints, hours on the treadmill. You finish exhausted. You assume that because you are tired, it must be working. But here is what is actually happening. When you stack too much intense cardio on top of lifting, your recovery capacity drops. Your energy in the gym falls, your workouts get weaker, and your body stops building muscle properly, because building muscle requires recovery resources that the cardio is consuming. Instead of improving your physique, you stay tired. The process becomes hard, boring, and unsustainable. A few weeks in, most people quit. And they end up exactly where they started, except now they associate effort with failure. Mistake 3. Extreme diets. Keto. Carnivore. Zero carbs. These approaches get adopted because they feel serious, like you are finally doing something drastic enough to match the size of the problem. The issue is not that these diets are inherently harmful. The issue is that they are almost impossible to maintain consistently. You spend the week eating perfectly, avoiding everything you enjoy, staying strict. Then the weekend arrives, restriction breaks down, you eat everything you were avoiding, feel guilty, and restart on Monday. That cycle repeats, month after month. The diet changes, but the pattern stays the same. What actually changes your body is not severity. It is consistency. The right calories, enough protein, and meals you can genuinely maintain. That is the standard the plan is built around. Step 1. Get your calories right. The first step is not exciting, but it is the foundation everything else sits on. Eat at your maintenance calories or a small 15% deficit. Do not bulk, do not crash cut. Stay right in the middle. This is the optimal zone for skinny fat people because it is the zone where body recomposition is possible, building muscle and losing fat simultaneously. It is slower than an aggressive bulk or cut, but it is the only approach that moves both numbers in the right direction at the same time, which is exactly what the skinny fat situation requires. To find your maintenance calories, use any TD calculator online. Enter your height, weight, age, and activity level. It gives you a daily calorie target. That number is your anchor. Hit it consistently every day. Not more because you are extra hungry, not less because you skipped a meal. Consistency is what matters here, because if you eat too much, the fat stays. If you eat too little, the muscle never comes. The goal is balance, maintained day after day, not perfection once a week. Step 2. Hit your protein every single day. Protein is the non-negotiable variable. Everything else can flex. This cannot. Aim for 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. If you weigh 70 kilograms, that is 112 to 140 grams of protein per day. After that target is hit, fill the rest of your calories with whatever combination of carbs and fats works for you. Here is why protein matters beyond just building muscle. It protects the muscle you already have while you are in a deficit. Without sufficient protein, you are not recomposing your body, you are just dieting. You lose weight, but stay skinny fat, because the weight coming off is muscle as much as fat. Protein is what changes the composition, not just the number on the scale. Practical sources that are not complicated: eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, lentils, cottage cheese, protein shakes when needed. No elaborate meal planning required. Just hit the number every day. That is the whole strategy. Step 3. Train with progressive overload. Going to the gym without a plan is the most efficient way to make no progress while spending significant time and energy. You cannot show up, lift random weights, and expect your body to change. Your body only adapts when you give it a reason to, and that reason is progressive overload. Getting a little better every single week. More weight, more reps, better form. The increments do not need to be dramatic. If you bench pressed 60 kilograms last week, try 62.5 this week. If you did 10 reps, try for 11 or 12 next time. Small progressions compound over months into significant strength and muscle gains. Those last few reps of each set, the ones where you are genuinely struggling, that is where the growth stimulus is highest. Everything before them is the work required to get there. Do not stop before you reach them. One critical qualifier: do not chase weight with broken form. Lifting heavy with poor mechanics builds injuries, not muscle. Keep the movement controlled and clean. The weight increase is only productive if the pattern stays sound. Pick a structured program and stay on it long enough to actually see what it produces. Minimum 6 weeks before judging results. Program hopping is a form of avoidance disguised as optimization. Step 4. Fix your daily habits. The plan works, but the plan only works if your daily life supports it. And for most people, 2 habits make or break everything else. First, walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps every day. This is the cardio replacement. Not brutal, not exhausting, not draining your recovery capacity. Daily walking burns meaningful calories, supports metabolic health, and aids muscle recovery without competing with your lifting. Take calls while walking. Walk after meals. Walk while listening to something. It fits into existing time without requiring new time. Second, sleep at least 7 hours every night. This is when your body recovers, when muscle protein synthesis runs, when hormones reset, when the adaptation to training actually happens. Poor sleep does not just make you tired, it directly reduces the results of everything else on this list. Nutrition and training done correctly with poor sleep produce a fraction of the results they should. These 2 habits are not glamorous. They will not appear in a dramatic transformation video, but they are the unglamorous infrastructure that makes the dramatic transformation possible. This is not a 4-week fix. Anyone telling you it is has something to sell. Body recomposition, building muscle, and losing fat simultaneously is inherently slower than doing one or the other exclusively. That is the trade-off. You are moving 2 numbers at once instead of 1. The results take longer to appear and feel less dramatic week to week. But at the end of 6 months of consistent execution, the difference is not marginal. The belly is smaller. The chest is fuller. The arms have something underneath them. The definition that was never there starts to emerge, because now there is muscle underneath to reveal. 80% consistency for 6 months will always outperform 100% effort for 3 weeks followed by quitting. That is not a motivational statement. It is arithmetic. Show up most days. Hit the protein. Follow the program. Walk. Sleep. That is the entire plan. It is not complicated because the solution to skinny fat was never complicated. It was just being applied incorrectly. If this gave you a clear picture of exactly what to do and why, subscribe, because every week we break down the physique problems most people are stuck on and give you the straightforward plan to fix them. Drop a comment. Which of the 3 mistakes were you making? The bad eating, the too much cardio, or the extreme diets? See you in the next one.